Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Robert Morris here from the Unselfish Networker, and my plan is to help others make money, live the dream, and I hope that you're out to do the same thing online. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the Internet Income Shortcut System. Okay, Internet Income Shortcut System. And this particular video is really going to be an overview on what the overall system is, and in the coming videos we're really going to start taking it down to a deeper level and expanding on everything that we're going to be learning in this particular video. Now, the other thing I want to point out is everything that I'm going to share in this video literally works for just really any business model that you're into. If you're a network marketer, it's going to work for that. If you're into selling other information products, it's into that. It's going to work for that. If you're into other business opportunities, doesn't really matter what it is, it'll work for that. If you do affiliate marketing, it'll work for that. And the reality is, even if you're selling, physical products, it would work. Now, the point of this particular boot camp, this particular shortcut video training series, is to show you what I believe the fastest path to success online. This is just based on my own experience. I've been marketing online since roughly 2008. I've gone through lots of ups and downs and all sorts of situations and trials and tribulations throughout my career on the internet. Now, let me just tell you a few other things about me before I get started, because this particular video may be your first introduction to me and who I am. So, my name is Robert Morris. I live in East Lansing, Michigan. I'm married, 36 years old. I have 3 young children. As of the recording of this video, 3 young girls actually, ages 8, 4, and 3. So as you can imagine, I'm very, very busy. I also have a full-time job, right? A very, very demanding job. I work anywhere from 50 to 60 hours per week. But nevertheless, even with my full-time job, even with 3 kids, even with a wife, even with having to keep up my home, even with other family members that I tend to help out on a regular basis, and doing things in the community, I'm still able to find time for this business. I found a system that works. I'm able to manage my time to put in really just a few hours a week, and I've been able to scale my income up to a couple $1,000s a month. Over the past 6 years or so, I've had varying degrees of success. And that's really what you're going to learn from me is, I've gone from, literally struggling flat out for 2 years, not making any money, to all of a sudden having the light bulb go off. And then I started making around $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month. I was actually at the point where I was almost ready to quit my job. But I didn't have the confidence that the income was stable. So I never quit my job, which was kind of one of the things that you really got to balance. Having 3 kids, I felt like I needed to be absolutely sure that this was going to work for me over the long term in order to quit my job. I needed insurance and all those other things, right? So I just never did. And luckily that I didn't, because, what I didn't realize early on is that, some situations, some business models, some things out there actually have a life cycle to them, and things eventually end. And you've probably seen this on the internet if you've been on the internet for any point in time. You're marketing a particular thing, a particular product, service, whatever, and then eventually that business model falls apart, and then your income's gone, and now you got to recreate all that in some kind of new business. And that happened to me. That's exactly what happened. I had to start over. I was getting burnt out. It was very difficult for me to maintain the energy level. So everything that I'm going to be sharing with you, and you're probably wondering, well, why am I listening to this guy? I mean, he's only making a few $1,000s a month. He's not even full time. He's got a full time job. Well, the point is, if you're like me, right? If you're working full time, or even if you're not, even if you're laid off, you're not working, then really you should be able to take everything that I'm going to teach you and actually rapidly apply that and get results much, much faster, right? But if you're like me, I can show you how to balance your life and still do this business and not get burnt out. I've identified a system that actually has prevented me from falling into the trap of promoting some particular program or opportunity, and then all of a sudden that dies out and I've got to recreate everything else and start over. So I'm going to show you how to really eliminate all that, protect yourself from that, and be in a situation where no matter what product or service you're promoting, you can just continue to move forward and promote what I'm going to share with you and how you want to move forward. So again, This is all about a shortcut. There is no easy button. So let me just tell you right now, I don't have a magic bullet. There is going to be work involved. What I want to do is try to prevent you from making the same mistakes that I make and the same mistakes that a lot of other marketers are out there making. And one of those mistakes is trying to follow the guru, right? I did that for years. I'm trying to follow the $1 million earner. The reality is you cannot follow and do what they do. You have to start small and grow. And that's where I'm saying, that's why I feel like I can help you much more so than anyone else is going to be able to, because I am in your situation. I'm making money now, but you know, I'm not that far removed from where you are. So we're kind of in the same pace, and we can grow together as we move forward and continue to make money in this industry and online. My plan is to go full time, you know, just like I'm sure yours is as well. And I don't think that I'm that far from getting there now that I've got this system down. So that's what I want to be sharing with you over time. So I hope that resonates with you. Let's go ahead and dive into the content. You'll get to know more about me over the coming days and weeks, etc. And I hope we can continue to maintain a relationship. And my plan is to really help you get where you want to go in business. Whether you work with me or not doesn't really matter. I love doing this stuff. I love teaching people, and that's why I do what I do. All right, so let's get into the shortcut system overview. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to look at the overview of what your business should look like. Now, depending on how long you've been online, depending on who it is that you follow, depending on what business you might be in right now, you may have some ideas about how you want to go about building your business. So let me just show you the overall system that is working for me right now, responsible for every dime that I've ever made in the past and even currently. But it's also a similar system that even the gurus are using. It's just theirs are scaled up to a much larger level. So I'm going to show you how to get this set up and get this going very simply and easily, right? I'm going to keep everything stupid for you, keep it simple, keep it right to the point, because I don't want to waste your time. I want you to be able to easily get up and running and start making money online as fast as possible. All right, so there's really a couple components here. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to focus right now on the middle component, which is the sales funnel. Okay, the sales funnel is really the first component, because that's really what you're selling, right? Whether it's your network marketing opportunity, whether it's some other business opportunity, whether it's some information products or other digital products, or you're promoting affiliate offers, doesn't really matter. You have to have a sales funnel before you can structure anything else, right? So ultimately, if you think about any business model that exists on the planet, you have to identify your products first. What is it that you're selling? And it needs to be something that people want and need. It has to be a solution to people's problems. So once you have a product, then, or actually a series of products, a mix of products, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to drill deeper into those things. But you need to have those products in place in order to build a funnel around them. Okay, so once you have those products in place and you know that these products are going to sell, you know that they're high margin, you know that they're easy to fulfill, you know that they're not going to have a lot of returns, not a lot of customer service. There's all sorts of things we're going to get into as it relates to the product. So again, we're going to drill deeper there. But once you've got that mix of products, and again, they don't have to be your products either, right? They could be other people's products, which is what I do. I give away my information for free, right? So I'm not going to sell you anything personally. But I may recommend that you use or purchase products that I use. So once you have those products in place, then we're going to have a funnel built around that, right? And these products obviously have a particular target market. So I would not advise you to even start building a blog or anything else, any other digital assets, until you know at least what target market you're in and what products roughly your sales funnel is going to be selling. Because otherwise you're going to be creating all sorts of content, doing all sorts of work, which is what I did, and then it was targeted a certain way, and then once those products were no longer applicable and I had to go sell something else, I essentially had to recreate all my content and all my digital assets. You don't want to have to do that, right? So that's really the first component, is the sales funnel. We're going to dive deeper into that. If you don't really know what a sales funnel is, I'm going to take you deeper into that as well. But just know that the sales funnel essentially is the element that you're going to be sending all of your leads through. And the purpose of that funnel is to help you make multiple types of income. It's designed to help you make small, low-ticket sales, so that way you're generating, quick, immediate income, appeals to a wider audience. Then some of those people that like that product, they might get on a recurring type of product to where now you're making money every month. So basically you've taken a customer and turned them into a repeat customer, right? Some percentage of those customers are also going to start to buy higher level, higher ticket products. Hopefully you have those in your bag, you have those in your sales bag or in your product mix, and those are high margin products that are going to put larger amounts of money in your pocket, whether it's $500, $1,000, $3,000 or more. Those are really, really important for you to have, because if you don't have a high ticket product, then it really creates a situation where it's hard for you to scale your income quickly. Right, so again, here we're talking about the shortcut system, and you got to crawl before you walk, so we can work our way up. But I just pointing out that in the best case scenario, you need to have low ticket products, you need to have recurring products, you need to have higher ticket products, and they all should be high margin, and that will allow you to compete for traffic eventually when you get to that point you're ready. Okay, so now we've got two arrows pointing into the sales funnel. This is obviously various traffic sources. So let's start over on the left. Okay, over on the left is ultimately your six-figure brand, and we're going to be spending a lot of time talking about this, because if you want to sustain any sort of long-term business on the internet, you need to essentially build a brand, build an audience around yourself. Now, you don't have to have some elaborate company, you don't have to have any sort of gimmick, you could just be yourself. I happen to have created this, sort of alter ego called The Unselfish Networker, and I built the blog around that because I wanted to make it generic, and I feel that that's just who I am, and that is my purpose. You don't have to do that. Yours could be, joeschmo.com or whatever you want it to be. And in fact, that's becoming more and more accepted now. You could just be yourself, and a lot of people are going to connect with you. So you don't have to be anything in particular, but you do have to create digital assets around you or whatever your brand is going to be. So that essentially here we're looking at a blog. Website, blog's typically the easiest thing to set up. It's the quickest thing to set up. You may already have one now, so it's just a matter of optimizing that blog from a content standpoint and for a lead generation standpoint. Ultimately, that sort of becomes ultimately your hub, right? And that's how people get to know you, and that's how you can continue to build a relationship with people over time. Of course, we've got all these connections coming into your blog that are going to help you generate more and more traffic, more and more fans, more and more readers, and a bigger following. So there's all sorts of elements around that. And I'm going to essentially take you all the way around this. We're going to talk about YouTube marketing. We're going to talk about Facebook. We're going to talk about SEO. We're going to talk about Google+. Pretty much all of these things. And then ads, right? So when we look at ads, that's where I want to take you over here to the right side of the business map. And these are your other traffic sources. Now these are usually direct response marketing. These are ways to get traffic quickly and put them into your funnel. And as long as and there are people that are literally making 6 and 7 figures without the brand on the left. They literally only use the two components on the right. They literally have a sales funnel, and then they have traffic sources. So whether it's banner ads, solo ads, Facebook ads, promoted videos on YouTube, whether they're buying ads in magazine, or whatever, any other, or it could be direct response marketing via mail, it could be postcards, could be whatever you want it to be. There are people making 6 and 7 figures just with those two components alone. Drive traffic to your sales funnel, and that's it. But if you're looking for a long-term presence online, let's say you're building a network marketing company, that is a long-term commitment, right? There's no quick way to make money in network marketing, right? It takes years and years and years for people to do that. That's why I don't really do network marketing in that way. I don't build, downlines of thousands and thousands of people, because it's just too much work. And I don't want another job. So I'm trying to show you the fastest way to make money online. And really working less and making more ultimately is my other mantra. That's what I want to do. So this is where the other traffic sources come in. So again, over time, you're going to build up your 6-figure brand. You're going to be bringing traffic in that way. That's going to come into your sales funnel, and then also your traffic sources are going to drive people into your sales funnel. And at every single day, you should be spending 80% of your time bringing people through your sales funnel. The other 20% of your time you should focus on learning or whatever it is that you want to do, tweaking this and adjusting that. But for the most part, you should be taking advantage of money-making activities, which is driving traffic into your sales funnel, however you choose to do that. All right, so this is the business overview. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is just elaborate a little bit further and highlight on a couple of these points before we wrap up this particular video, and then we're going to go deeper in the subsequent videos. So these are your core business components, right, to the Internet Income Shortcut system. Number one, you need products to promote. Right? In business, typically identifying products that people need and want is normally the first step to make money, because you can't really find products later. And I know that in affiliate marketing, people do that. They're like, okay, pick a niche, then go find products. You know, I would tell you to find products that speak to you, products that you've used, products that you're passionate about, because you're going to feel a lot better promoting those products. So, you know, I'm just not of the type to just go out and pick any given niche that I don't really care about just because you think it'll make money. You're not going to have passion in it. You're going to get burnt out in it, and you're probably not going to make money. You're just going to spin your wheels, and you'll jump from niche to niche to niche. So whatever you feel passionate about, that's what I will promote. Because as long as you're passionate about it, it's not like work, right? I'm passionate about what I'm doing right now. It's not like work to me. It makes me feel good to share information with other people. So they should be products that people want and need, but they all should be high profit margin, right? High margin products. And we'll talk more about that later in a subsequent video, is when we really start getting into what products should you be promoting to make the most amount of money in the shortest period of time. Number two is a sales funnel. So now you've got products to promote. Now you need a sales funnel to help sell those. The sales funnel could be yours that you designed, and there are easy ways to do that. The sales funnel could be someone else's, leveraging another proven system. We'll talk more about that later as well. If you're in network marketing, essentially there's a sales funnel that network marketing company has, so you're using their sales funnel, right? There's all sorts of different sales funnels. There are a few that I think they're going to convert the best for you, so I'm going to show you what those are. But that's really component number two, is having the sales funnel, and that's essentially the best approach and strategy to selling products, right? And your sales funnel should be doing multiple jobs, right? It should be selling you know, whatever your front end, you know, product is, but it should also automate the process, or at least streamline the process to selling those other types of products, whether it's a recurring product for you to generate income on a monthly basis, whether it's a higher ticket product, so you're putting more money in your pocket, creating repeat customers. But the sales funnel should be three things. It should be easy to set up, should be high converting, and it should include low ticket, high ticket, and recurring product mixes, right? Component number three is driving traffic. Now, ultimately, number one and number two are kind of like a one and done sort of thing, at least initially, right? You figure out what products, you got your sales funnel, and once those are set up, those should kind of be like set and forget, although you might tweak those over time. You should be spending 80% of your time driving traffic and dealing with and engaging with your audience and your fan base, right? So leads and repeat customers are the lifeblood of all businesses. So if you're spending more time figuring out what products to promote and fooling around with your sales funnel, that's probably why you're not making money. And the moment when I switched, the moment when I changed doing what I was doing from, you know, I was doing probably what you're doing now. I was watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of blog posts, figuring out this and that and everything else, but at the end of the day, I wasn't driving traffic to my sales funnel. That's why I wasn't making money. When I drive traffic to my funnel, I make money point blank. So it's almost like, you know, it's just, I mean, it's just, you know, what is it, cause and effect, right? I mean, it's simple. Once you drive traffic to your sales funnel, you make money, and the faster you realize that and the more you do that, the quicker you're going to start to make money in your business. So driving traffic number three is really the most important component once we get everything else set up, and we're going to be spending a lot of time on traffic. And then finally, your long-term business hub. And the reason why I put this one last is because it takes the longest to set up. I think it's more important to get your products, your sales funnel, and your traffic in place and start driving traffic and kind of do your business hub on the side and over time. because a blog can actually eat up a ton of your time. And I made this mistake in the past as well. I would just be fooling around with this theme and that theme, and just writing posts that I would never publish, because I just didn't like them, and I kind of became this perfectionist. And so I never got anywhere. I was just spinning my wheels with my blog, and it really prevented me from making money. So, again, I want to show you the shortcut: 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to focus on 4, kind of on the side and over time. So these are the 3 components to the shortcut system. I hope this makes sense for you, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be driving into detail in each one of these components over the subsequent videos. And again, I truly believe that this is going to help you really get where you want to go much more quickly and rapidly, and really show you that you can keep things simple. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to look like some kind of 7-figure brand. You can be yourself and still make a ton of money online. So this is it for now. This is it for this video. Again, this is Robert Morris signing out. I will see you on the next video. Peace.